Yes, I won.
My magazine came, Reagan.
Oh, thanks, Dad. Huh. That looks cool. A lot of my friends do it. I think I'll give juul a try.
Whoa there!
Dad?
Do you know the effects of juul on the body? Come with me. I found this article online the other day, and it really caught my eye. It says that an ingredient in vape products called THC is the thing that makes you high and when you take marijuana. So why would we want to put that in your body, man?
I don't know. Can't be that bad, can it?
Wait, it gets worse. It says here that a study found that people who only use e-cigarettes increase their risk of developing lung disease by about 30% compared to non-users.
30%? That's a pretty high risk. The pleasure that I may get from vaping won't equal the pain that I'll have if I get lung disease. That's for sure.
Son, do you even know what vaping is?
Well, there's vapor and,
See, that's the scary thing. Since vaping is still relatively new, scientists don't know much about the side effects. Here, I found this interview with one of the science teachers in the school. Let's see how teachers feel when the students vape.
Huh, I never knew all that. I have to warn my classmates.
We have to stop vaping in the school.
How do we do that?
We introduced some of the teachers in our school and the principal to see what's currently being done.
We could also do our own research and pinpoint ways to lower the amount of people who vape.
Cool idea! Son, remember how I told you about the side effects of vaping on the body?
Yeah.
The real problem is, we don't know. That's what makes vaping so dangerous. It's even scarier when you realize that people who vape are 4 times as likely to start smoking cigarettes, which we do know the side effects of.
Wow.
Son, ask your teacher about the side effects of vaping.
Okay. Hi, Mrs. Hamill.
Hi, Reagan.
Have you ever caught anyone vaping?
I actually have caught people vaping in my classroom.
Really? What did you do about it?
In biology class, when you do lab, you're not supposed to eat or drink in the back of the room. My students know that they spit their gum out before they go back there, so they're not supposed to do any of that. And I was doing a lab with some of my students, and I looked in the back of the room. In the back corner, there was a group of 4 boys that were vaping.
Wow. Did you punish them?
So I clearly I stopped what I was doing. I went and talked to them, told them they had to put it away. The way I handled it was I didn't throw them out of the room. I had them do the lab, but I went to our administration. I went and talked to Mr. Merlino.
Okay. As a biologist, do you know anything about the negative effects of vaping on the body?
I don't know that much about vaping because it's fairly new. We certainly know a lot about tobacco smoke.
Right.
Putting any kind of smoke inside your lungs is not a good idea. So we have special cells inside of our epithelial tract and inside of our respiratory tract designed to handle particulates and dirt and stuff. And when you put that smoke in there, you're damaging that.
Yeah.
I believe there's going to be long-term effects.
Right, I bet. Would you feel that the school would be a better place if vaping was less of a problem?
I think if we could get rid of vaping, it would really improve the climate of the school.
Yeah, I think so too.
A lot of my students are uncomfortable using the bathrooms because there's kids vaping in there, and so they don't use the bathroom. They're uncomfortable all day because they don't feel that they can go and do that.
Right.
And that's not a good thing.
No. How many teens in school would you say vape?
I think probably 25%,
Wow.
which is a pretty high factor. I don't know for sure, but so many people do it. I'm thinking probably 25% of the kids.
Do students ever skip your class?
They skip my class frequently.
Really?
Not so much my honors biology students, but my upperclassmen definitely skip.
Do the same people do it?
I have repeated offenders. Sometimes I have kids that skip that I think are probably going to vape. I can't prove it, but they probably are.
How do you feel when that happens?
I feel disrespected. My students don't think enough of me as a person or as a teacher to be in my room, and it makes me feel bad.
Right. Do you have any ideas to stop vaping in our school?
I think that I'm not a big fan of ISS. I think putting a student in ISS takes them out of the classroom, so it affects their learning. I think it'd be better if we had a positive response to it and make them do something positive in the school. Do a job for the school, clean lockers up, clean hallways up, do something positive.
Right. And ISS is what we do now, right?
It is.
Right, okay. And what exactly is that?
What is ISS?
Yeah.
It's in school suspension, so you get put there in a room and you are supposed to do work that you're missing in the classroom, but you are taken away from your classroom. You're not learning from your teachers, and you're supposed to think about what you did, but I like the whole positive implication better.
Me too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How'd it go?
The interview went well, and I think I learned a lot.
Awesome. Maybe I could learn from you as well.
What?
What? Never mind. Let's just go to sleep.
Hey guys, what you doing?
Hey guys, look, the guy who's been rejected by everyone in the school for rejecting juul.
You guys don't do juul either.
I know, it just felt good to say that to someone else for once.
You gotta stop juul around the school.
Awesome, let's raise funds for supplies.
Let's have rewards for those contribute and encourage.
I was just about to print this poster, which may discourage students from vaping in Coventry High School. Let's print it now. We could put these posters with facts about vaping all around the school. They could go in the hallways, classrooms, and even bathrooms. And if teachers reinforce these ideas, it can really be engraved into the minds of kids.
I got a response back from the lung specialist I wanted to interview. I supplied her with questions and she responded. Alright. I asked, are there any side effects of vaping that you know of? If so, what are they? Then she answered, federal and state officials have reported thousands of cases and dozens of deaths related to a newly identified lung disease that the CDC has named EVALI, or e-cigarette use associated with lung injury. And then I asked, what kinds of chemicals are in juul pods? She said, all juul e-cigarettes have a high level of nicotine. According to the manufacturer, a single juul pod contains as much nicotine as a pack of 20 regular cigarettes. Juul is one of the few e-cigarettes that use nicotine salts, which allow particularly high levels of nicotine to be inhaled more easily and with less irritation than the free-base nicotine that has traditionally been used in tobacco products, including e-cigarettes. I asked, how many deaths have resulted from vaping? And she answered, as of February 18th, 2020, a total of 2,807 hospitalized EVALI cases or deaths have been reported to the CDC. 68 deaths have been confirmed as of February 18th, 2020. I asked about the causes of death, and it's EVALI disease. Patients affected by the disease have symptoms ranging from cough, chest pain, and shortness of breath to fatigue, vomiting, diarrhea, weight loss, and fever. So don't vape. And the next question I asked was, what are the chances of a teen switching to cigarettes after vaping? She answered, young people who use e-cigarettes are 4 times as likely to start smoking tobacco cigarettes than their peers who don't vape. How many teens in the US vape? Is something I asked, and Rosie answered. In 2019, e-cigarette use among high schoolers rose to 27.5%. For high school seniors, the rate has doubled since 2017. And then one last thing I asked was, are there any types of cancers that appear from vaping/smoking? And she answered, from the American Cancer Society, scientists are still learning about how e-cigarettes affect health when they are used for long periods of time.
We did it!
Huh?
We're catching vapors left and right.
Good job! It's not what it looks like!
But you've been supporting me this whole time.
I've been trying to quit myself, but after all this research we've done, I've been starting to realize juul ain't cool!
Well, I think you should call 1-800-QUIT now or visit www.smokefree.com. And you should too.
Okay, I'll do that.
And remember,
Juul isn't cool!